Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents the third annual Biggie Awards, the best of 2023, in my opinion. I take a look at films and series that came out during 2023, and I will award them the Biggie Award in various categories. In order to be eligible for a Biggie, the film or series needed to have come out, or at least part of it had come out in 2023. I had to have seen it, and I don't necessarily need to have reviewed or rated it, nor do those ratings count for or against a film. A lower rated film may beat a higher rated film in that category. There's always that little it factor sometimes for a movie. Now, on to the third annual Biggie Awards. Let's start with film. The Biggie for Comedy Film of the Year, Cocaine Bear. I mean, come on. A bear hooked on cocaine. How awesome was that? I saw Cocaine Bear a few times, uh, laughed hysterically every time. So, deservedly, I think the Biggie for Comedy Film goes to Cocaine Bear. The Biggie for Drama Film. It was the film of the year, or at least of the summer, or at least the non-pink parts of the summer. Oppenheimer. Fantastic film. Definitely a film we're going to be hearing about during the upcoming award shows. Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. Excellent cast. Uh, Great film. Just could not be denied. So the biggie for drama film goes to Oppenheimer. The biggie for action film. This one I went back and forth on. Which one would I choose? Will it be John Wick or will it be Ethan Hunt? It was Ethan Hunt in the end. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I kept me on the edge of my seat. Stunts were spectacular and just edged out, I think, John Wick Chapter 4, but I think deservedly so. The Biggie for action film goes to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. The Biggie for sci-fi film. This one may be a, a, a bit of a stunner for some people. Doesn't go to some big intergalactic battle type film or anything. It's Jules, starring Ben Kingsley. It's a quirky man who finds an alien had crashed in his backyard. It's just a pleasure of a little film with some great performances, a very small, subdued type of a film that just won my heart and deservedly won the Biggie for sci-fi film. The Biggie for horror film. What film messed me up this year? Uh, what was the creepiest film I saw this year? Cobweb. This is the reason I don't like it when things are knocking in the walls. And if I definitely heard a whisper in the wall, I ain't sticking around for it. Cobweb, definitely one that just gave me gave me chills this year, and deservedly wins the Biggie for horror film. The Biggie for musical film. This is a new category, and I made this category specifically for this film. Uh, the biggie for musical film, Journey to Bethlehem. I loved this movie. Uh, the music has stayed with me. I love the performances, the cast, and just how it was put together. And this Christmas, this coming Christmas on Films with Friends, it is already penciled in. So if you don't see it until then, you will if you join me in December, whatever, when it's figured out, and we'll watch Journey to Bethlehem. Now it's time for the biggie, the top film of 2023. If anyone knows me, could probably have figured it out by now. But if you don't know, the winner, Godzilla minus one. This is the best film of the year, in my estimation. It is near perfect. It's the best kaiju film ever made, and I can think of no better film to win the biggie for the top film of 2023 than Godzilla minus one, because it did something that most kaiju films don't. It made me care for the human characters and their storyline. That was a special accomplishment. So, Godzilla minus one, winner for the top film of 2023. Now on to series. Both broadcast and streaming really depends on where I watch it. Let's start with the Biggie for Comedy series, and a series that I've been watching for a while, and this season I thought was excellent, and I still watch this one on broadcast television. It is Young Sheldon, the sixth season. They have put together quite an ensemble cast there, and some great supporting actors and characters as well. Young Sheldon's definitely been a high point in the last few years. Lost a lot of my favorite series in the last several years. And this one is still plugging away. However, it is about to start its final season. Sadly, I'm going to miss it, or at least new ones, because I'll always be watching the reruns as long as they show it. So, Young Sheldon, winner of the Biggie for comedy series. The Biggie for drama series, another one that has ended this year, sadly. Heels. It was on Stars, finished up its second season, which was excellent. Sadly, Stars has decided not to continue the series, but Stephen Amell, who plays Jack Spade, the wrestler who's trying to keep the family wrestling business going, they're trying to get this series to another streaming platform, and I really hope they do. I really love the concept of this series, the characters, and being a wrestling fan didn't hurt. So, Heels is the winner of the Biggie for drama series. The Biggie for action series touched my Viking soul. Vikings Valhalla as a series on Netflix just made the qualifications of winning. It was released in January of 2023. The original Viking series, of course, ran for I think 6 seasons. This was Viking Valhalla's second season, and with one left, I think will be the last season. Viking Valhalla, the winner for Biggie for Action series. A Biggie for Sci-Fi series. Of all the categories this year, this one was the hardest to come to a conclusion on. I mean, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, Mandalorian, Ahsoka. Yes, I like Ahsoka. Everybody can get over that. But I could not deny that the best sci-fi series of the year, Star Trek Picard season 3, the final season supposedly. It just was absolutely fantastic. It brought back all of the original crew. It had it was a great adventure. It hit all the nostalgia points, and it created some great new characters and new ships to love. It did everything I need a series to do. Star Trek Picard, the biggie for sci-fi series. The biggie for horror series. This might be one some people may not have seen, uh, but what I really enjoyed. Carnival Row. On Amazon Prime, kind of a fantasy horror film with Orlando Bloom and Karen Delevingne. Uh, love the setting, love the story, just loved everything about this series, the style of it. The series did not end on exactly how I would have liked it, but I'm not the writer, so that wasn't for me to say. But I really did enjoy the series while it was on. Sadly, it has finished its run. The winner for the Biggie for Horror series, Carnival Row. And the Biggie for Top Series of 2023. And the reason Carnival Row won Horror Series, because you can't win the big one and win any of the others. The Fall of the House of Usher. Just an outstanding series. If you love Edgar Allan Poe, you'll find so many little references and you know people's names are named. They're named after various characters. Some of the story kind of plays with some of the Poe stories. The Fall of the House of Usher, just spectacular series. It it is a little woke, but I got over that fast because of just how good the show was. So, top series of 2023, the biggie goes to The Fall of the House of Usher. And new this year, I want to kind of bring to attention some of the best performances of the year. And I picked out four specifically, two actors, two actresses, that I really thought gave spectacular performances. Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. Jeffrey Wright, I think, is the best actor going today, and he hit everything he needed to in American Fiction. He hit the he hit the right dramatic notes, the right comedic notes. Uh, just just almost a perfect performance. Emma Stone for Poor Things. It had to be a hard part to do. It was very uncomfortable watching her character sometimes and kind of feeling for the actress that was doing it. And Emma Stone went through it like a trooper. And like I said, it's a hard movie to watch, and it is kind of like I said, it's very uncomfortable to watch. But she is so good in that role. Sean Patrick Flannery for Nefarious is this little horror film, and he plays a prisoner who is um, possessed by a demonic entity, or is he? That's kind of the purpose of the film, but gave me a whole new respect for Sean Patrick Flannery's ability. He is excellent in this role. How he's able to turn on and off uh, the demonic influence, and of course, I mostly knew him from the Young Indiana Jones show, so really has given me a new appreciation for his work. And Carlo Gugino, who played Verna in Fall of the House of Usher. Verna, of course, is a play on Raven. It's an anagram for that. And she is the, I don't know, the protagonist, the antagonist. Really depends on on your point of view. She is definitely the driving supernatural force for that show. And Carla Gugino just does an absolute fantastic job with it. So these are my top performances for the year. But of course, not everything can win a biggie. There's so many good shows and films out there, and I do want to give some honorable mentions. Um, I stopped at 12. I could have gone more, but yeah, these are just some shows and series I think deserve a little bit of attention. You got Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, super enjoyable. Uh, Anyone but you, Sydney Sweeney, and Glenn Powell, these two have nuclear heat together. Their chemistry is the best on screen. They're the best on screen duo I have seen in a rom com since When Harry Met Sally. The Mandalorian season 3. I don't care what the naysayers say. I loved it. Enjoyed every minute of it. American Fiction, like I said, Jeffrey Wright's film is a great statement on African American culture. Forgotten Love, a little gem on Netflix. It is a love story of a man and various people in his lives, not only a special woman, but his daughter. And it's a foreign film, and it was very popular on Netflix. Someone brought it to my attention, and I bring it to yours if you haven't seen it. The Iron Claw, a film starring Zac Efron, who's great in this film, uh, about the Von Erich wrestling family and the tragedies that they went through. Thanksgiving, great throwback to 80s horror films, and giving Thanksgiving its own little horror film. Finally, Lady Ballers, just an wonderfully um, hysterical uh, kick in the gender politics nether regions. Definitely making fun of that, deservedly so. The Sound of Freedom, a very important film that a lot of people tried to suppress this year, but it broke free, became one of the most important films out there. No One Will Save You, a little horror film on Hulu that I really enjoyed. Uh, Sadly, Fan Man didn't, but that's okay. I really liked No One Will Save You. It's a sci-fi horror kind of a film. Another film, Last Voyage of the Demeter. I think that a lot of people didn't appreciate that as much as I did. I really enjoyed that one. Of course, about Dracula coming to England, and Nefarious that I mentioned with Sean Patrick Flannery. Uh, a great actor piece. It's not a lot of flash, not a lot of action. It's all that dramatic dialogue between two actors, and which makes that film. And it's I think a spectacular film. But of course, not everything in 2023 was great. And I had to look what deserved to win the dumpster fire of the year. I thought long and hard on this one. There were several candidates for sure. I thought about giving it to what I thought is the worst film of the year, which was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, but it wasn't spectacular enough to warrant the dumpster fire. I think because a dumpster fire is spectacular, and there were a couple out there that I thought about, but ultimately, the one that it could not be denied in my estimation, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Aside from the first 20 minutes, this was hard to watch. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, they think that they're grooming her for bigger things when all she really did was annoy the bejesus out of us, or at least me. I don't know about anybody else. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me. Her character was just hard to take, and they're saying they want her to continue with her own franchise. Yeah, good luck with that. Uh, don't care. So, but yeah, sadly, this is a statement film of what's going on in Hollywood, the worst of Hollywood, and it's time to come up with new ideas or new ways to present old ideas. Because I mean, I love Harrison Ford, but he didn't need this on his resume. It's it was a sad statement. So, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, dumpster fire of the year, sadly. Well, that is it for the biggies, the best of 2023, and of course, a statement on the dumpster fire, in my estimation of 2023. If you're wondering, the other dumpster fire candidates were Aquaman and Flash. So yeah, those two were in contention, but I just couldn't deny Indiana Jones that title, sadly. I hope you enjoyed my little look back on 2023. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Big Al Presents, hope you do so. More reviews, rewatches, and rambles in weeks and months to come. If you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up and share it around. Let people know what might be good out there and a few things they might have missed. And I'd love to hear what you thought about some of my picks, and I'd love to know what some of your picks would have been. So I hope everyone has a great 2024. The Biggies will be back next year, hopefully, God willing, for the fourth annual Biggie Awards. Uh, take care, everyone. Find something fun to watch, and take care.